Good afternoon and good evening, everybody, and welcome to my computer crashing. I swear it's every time. Hello,
Our voices
hello.
work, or am I going to be talking to myself? That
What?
happens quite a lot. Remember last week?
Oh
I
no,
was
my,
just talking
my
to
my mic
myself
is
for
on.
like 50 minutes. We're good?
They hear me. Oh yeah, everybody
All
hears
right.
my.
I'm just making sure this week, you know? I don't want to look like a crazy person 2 weeks in a row.
Hello, everybody. I don't know why when I click go live, the game just wants to crap itself. So we're loading back in, getting ready, and there we are. We are in our Marshall car with 2 minutes left. I am late, and I need to switch this 1 second. Oh boy. Ignore that. I can't see the buttons to switch view modes. This is a predicament, isn't it?
Oh, God. It wouldn't be an AFR stream without a technical difficulty now, would it?
I mean, I can still get on track and take a look at the drivers, but I'm in my racing.
We could do a POV. I could come out with you. It'd be great. What could go wrong? Are you this one? You got a Polish flag on this one. I don't think that's.
I see John.
Here we go.
There is John, everybody, in the Nissan, entertaining himself in the pits. So let me get.
I am in the safety car, correct? Is that
Yes, you are in the safety car. I am the Marshall car.
All right, brilliant.
Why can't I? There we go. We're gonna go to. There we are. All right, we are good to go. Gonna hit an F1 on Mr. Chumper, who has just finished the
I
lap.
did not block the Italian driver. Oh, it's out of camera shot. Thank God.
So John doing his things. All good. Let's see, who is this coming across? Oh. What was that? Anyway.
Chester Chumper going to pole position, provisional, with an absolute heater. 2.6 seconds, faster than the only other man to set a competitive lap time. Yeah. Tuki Gonzalez. I have a history with him, ironically enough, in a different league. Probably can't league, I guess. Let's just say I wasn't too fond of him.
Why is that, John?
His brake... Well, you see, he blames his brake pedal breaking.
Why is that?
So even though his brake pedal had broken, he proceeded to then use me as his brake pedal for 3 consecutive corners at Abu Dhabi. Instead of pulling off to the side of the road and going, my brakes don't work. So as an Australian, I was clearly, nice about the whole situation.
Yeah.
I was kind words. Yeah.
Then
seeing him again in Formula 3, which he's actually been promoted. I'm pretty sure it might actually be his first F1 race.
No, this is not.
Seeing him in Formula 3, I was quite hesitant seeing it and the name. But I will admit he has proven himself, and he did, actually do quite a good job in Formula 3, which we don't stream here, obviously, being one of the lower series, so we don't really put a heap of time and effort into it. Mainly just to try and see if the drivers, are capable, and Turkey did quite well, so I'm interested to see how he fares just to try and see if the drivers. His debut.
This is not his debut, but I appreciate.
Is it not?
No.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is not. Tuki
Did he race last week?
Yeah, I think he's been racing in every race. Maybe not last week.
The whole season.
He's been here for quite a while, yes.
He was in F3 like 2 weeks ago.
Maybe it was okay. Maybe the first race I came back from vacation.
Yeah, you do.
Gotta keep John tame here today, folks. No reason at all. Anyway, let's see what we got on the timing boards. Is that Ali G? Oh, that's Mr. Kilhood. Sven is back, ladies and gentlemen, back in action.
Oh my God!
And in case
I couldn't believe
what
on his return he wins one race, P3 in the championship, just to rub it in everyone's faces. He really likes to stir the pot, Mr. Sven King.
Yes, and he is back after his vacation. And in case you missed it, we are in the new car. We are no longer in the experimental 2022. We are in the most updated 2022. As we are hip and
quite a
with
beautiful car as well,
yes,
might I add. Being a bit of an aero fanatic myself, quite pretty.
Right there. Bouncing all around, getting all that down forces. Sven only
Well, it's
three.
not the front wing, it's ground
Oh!
effect, mate.
Did Sven have a spinaroo right there? That's the first spin I've seen from Sven. Interesting. He doesn't go back to pits, decides to keep the same tires. Huh.
You know, I did hear from Sven during practice. He was saying that actually he is tending to loop it quite a fair amount. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm dying, much like Martin Brundle was for the last few weeks. So he might have to put up with that. But yeah, he had a lot of issues getting to grips with the car, I think, and seems to be spinning out quite a fair amount. Mainly over curbs and stuff, so not really getting onto power. Getting onto power, the car's quite grippy, but yeah, just not too stable, I think, is his main issue.
Let me just take a look at the chat real quick. Hello, Pedluigi. Hello, Eastiger. I think you're in the server. Yes, so as we have a poll going on, there looks to be a little bit of rain in these clouds. Never mind. There may be some rain in the possible clouds to come, so yeah, keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, I don't know what clouds you're looking at, but I have heard that our resident Bernie Eccleston has installed sprinklers.
Oh, so we might have some sprinklers.
That's what I've heard.
Interesting.
I've heard sprinklers have been installed.
Oh, it's Ice Tiger. Okay, my bad, Ice Tiger. Oh, look at that helmet on Phil Lanky. He's got an interesting one there. Pretty cool.
Is Phil Lanky German?
He is.
I've never seen the flag for Phil Lanky. I think he's only just recently added that.
Yep, he is most definitely from the Deutsch of Land, as he locks up into the hairpin.
Excuse me.
God, John.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
good?
look, it's pretty bad what I've got. Look, in all honesty, probably not. But I'm a male, so obviously seeing a doctor is out of the question. You know, so
All right, well, if
what
you
do
need
you
to step
do?
away, step away. It's all good.
I shall. Try not to blow everyone's ears up with the coughing.
Yeah,
Nicholas Shepard's actually set quite a competitive lap time as I try and distract myself.
If you have a mute button, that would also be nice.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Phil Lanky has just taken fastest lap by 3.5 tenths. Sorry. Wow. Even with the lockup into the hairpin, he still comes out on top. Wow. Good from him.
That's quite interesting. Maybe he's got something to prove against Mr. Sven Gilhood, which seems to be the bane of his existence. I would hate to say it, but maybe a bit of the truth. I'm sure Phil Lanky doesn't like Sven Gilhood turning up to half the races and still being a championship contender.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, is that a certain Italian off on track? Is that Sanguinini? That would be Sanguinini.
That I definitely didn't block in the pit lane, mind you.
I see Nick is throwing in some interesting polls, asking if John will die this stream.
You know what? I'm gonna give you guys the insider tip here, the Nancy Pelosi tip. Insider trading, get on my level. Yes, I probably will. So you know, maybe have a funeral service for me. I beg. I know Adrian will probably just say the C word, which, in all honesty, I know it might look bad, but it's quite respectful as an Australian to have the C word said at your funeral. So.
Yes, you cuckoo head. All right. Anyway.
That's the C word I was talking about.
Wasn't it going to rain this race? Yes, T-Sax. I don't know who you are. I have no idea in the world who you could possibly be, T-Sax. But yes, it possibly might rain.
Well, it is going to rain in the race, and if you
I don't know about that. You don't know.
This isn't a race. This isn't a race.
It's looking like the yes, Timo. I know you're Timo. It's a joke, Timo.
Look, it depends when someone turns on the tap. Bernie decides to turn on the tap.
There is rain in the forecast.
So,
there is rain in the forecast. That's all I'm gonna say. Tim Van Ryswick, who's in the car, decided to grace us with his presence. He is back in the Alpine. What is he gonna do today after long hiatus?
I actually am quite impressed with the top 10's lap times being within about 2.3 to 3 seconds, which I know sounds like a lot, but for this league, we do see a lot of stretched out kind of lap times with people like Sven being very competitive in kind of professional leagues almost, down to a much more casual driver like Tim, who only does a race here and there, dealing juggling work and a kid and whatnot. So quite good to see that the gap is as close as it is when you consider the circumstances.
Yeah. Let's see. You've never heard of this Timo guy. Timo is kind of a living legend in AFR. So if you don't know Timo,
I don't think he is.
I think
Overrated.
I think John's just being mean. He's kind of the celebrity.
You know what? I'm going to disrespectfully disagree. With all offense possible, I think that's the worst thing you've ever said.
You have. Oh, he has heard of this Timo guy. So I just got played by Ice Tiger. What else we got? Is the chance of rain random? I don't know if it's gonna rain. Is all I'm gonna say. It's in the forecast.
Is a man turning the tap random? You tell me. I think there's two opinions about this potential rain, and I'm clearly got a conservative view on it, and maybe some other people have got a far more open view. But maybe this race will change my mind. But being the safety car, I really don't want to go out there 8 million times.
Timo's getting abused in the chat right now. So,
I could win this race, actually, Adrian.
You could win this race, yeah, you could.
Being the safety car driver, I was in Australia, guys. So that'll be something to look forward to. My absolute hater of a safety car lap.
Alright, we need to see who is possibly eliminated from this session. We have...
I can't find a mute button in Discord. I'm so sorry. Where is...
Bottom left?
I'm really trying. Bottom left. Yeah, but then I have to click that physical...
I think there's a hotkey for it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Control-Shift-D, does that work? That deafens, though. I don't know what you use. Control-Shift-D. As Chris O'Connor brings himself in the top 5, just under a second off of Phil. Sorry, let's say Sven instinctively. No, it is Phil on pole right now. Even though this is just the first session.
It was 50-50 on will I die or not. I'm proud of your guys' faith in my Australian health. Free healthcare, guys. Unlike peasant Adrian with his American healthcare, although I'm sure he can actually afford healthcare over there, so maybe I shouldn't be talking, because private healthcare is a lot better, admittedly, than normal healthcare. Anyway, we're getting too political.
Hello,
back to qualifying.
Hello, Ivanov. Hello. The Assetto Formula Racing channel, which I officially am, is advising you to set a hotkey in settings. Just go to settings, hotkeys, and pick one.
Settings, oh, so it's in hot. That's annoying. Will we actually have drivers being cut out? Yes, we will have drivers cut off, and at the moment it's going to be Sean Fitzgerald, Iggy, who both haven't set a time, and Tim. And Tim is currently out by only 3/10, so he could definitely sneak his way back in the top 10.
Yeah. I mean, the two guys that are out, 2 of them haven't set times. But speaking of time, Sven has just set the fastest time. As one does. So Sven back on top by 3/10 into the 13.6.
I was going to be Tim's last lap time as he comes across the line. He's not going to get another stab at it, but he does set the time now.
Oof.
Only improves by 1/10.
That's going to be it for
So
him.
that is going to be him knocked out. Mattia is also in the pit lane, so that's both of them knocked out. And I don't think Iggy, he is out there. And I don't have the microsectors up, unfortunately, so I don't know what this is going to be, but he's quite a competent driver, so I'm sure when he comes across the line, he should be able to get into the top 10, and who's that going to put at risk? It's going to be Tuki Gonzalez and Dujinazu, no less. So see if they can maybe get away with their noses. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sick, so I have the excuse card.
You realize you can just stop talking and let me talk sometimes?
No, never.
All right,
he's 7 seconds off.
So Igor with not the best time, unfortunately. That is going to put him out in Q1, along with him and Mattia. So I think that is it. Anybody else setting times? I don't think so. There is a Haas. Chester Chomper already secured his spot. But let's
Could
see.
that have been an outlap there, Adrian? Or could that have been a
For Iggy?
spin by Iggy? I can't get the sector times up, so I don't know.
Well, either way, Iggy was across the line too late, so that's going to be it for him.
Yeah.
Why
But he
is the
did
grand
set a lap time just very far off.
Why is the grandstand gay? Is what I've been
Because I'm in
asked.
the grandstand. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, we're just united with John. And on
Yeah.
that note, we will be right back for the next session, so stick around. All right, we are back for the next session with a bit more clouds and a bit more crashing of my computer. Not sure why that happens every goddamn time, but here we are.
Just got a break earlier, mate. Pull it up for the corner.
We are rejoining. Session is just starting. Drivers doing their out laps, and we'll get right into the action.
Adrian?
Yes?
Oh, okay. I thought I died or you died. I was very confused for a second.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now,
That is-
considering I replied to you.
All right, we are live for the round 2 of qualifying. Sven on his first hot lap. Let's take a look at how the lap times are done by this man right here.
Yeah, Smoothie is on the wheel there. Well, he's actually having a difficult time, I'm sorry, with the car, so not as competitive as he normally is he, Adrian?
He's looking decent. Had a bit of oversteer there coming out of turn 2, but not bad. Let's see where he breaks through the hairpin just before the 100 board. Slight lock up, but nothing too severe. Nice exit. Into turn 5, I believe. Full throttle. Braking at the just past the 100 board. There is a lock up ahead as his teammate in the BMW. That is a Tukey going off. Not throwing Sven off of his pace though.
Just unfazed as he comes into the last sector here. Hopefully he doesn't join Sebastian Vettel off in the kitty litter over here.
Goes a bit wide, but maybe that won't slow down too much. Rounding off the final corner now. Chris setting the fastest lap, but how long is that 15 flat going to last? As Sven crosses with a 13.4, 2/10 faster than he set in the previous session. So that is going to be
and 1.6 ahead of Chris O'Connor.
Wow, that's going to be a tough one to beat. Let's see, Dudu Nadzu crosses the line. Dudu Nadzu in the second session, everybody, with a 1.6 off of pace. The engine sounds a little loud on board. Alright, maybe I should turn it down a touch. Or I can just turn my overall desktop sound down a little bit. Ice, can you tell me if that's better? I will get on board with this one. That is a bit loud, isn't it? I'll just pop it down and... That's a bit loud. That's better. The actual time to do in dry was low 12, mid 11. Really?
Who says that?
Mattia, who has been eliminated, is in chat saying that actual dry time was 12s or 11s. So I guess Sven Wash confirmed. As he would say, L plus ratio. Anyway, skill issue. Moving on. The Ferrari of James Turner making it. Actually, the only Ferrari on the track right now, almost like today.
Oh,
Number 55.
It's 2 a.m. Don't do this to me. I'll crack open another beer. I swear to God, you'll make me an alcoholic. I swear to God, Ferrari are doing a big enough job, Adrian. Don't do it to me. I beg of you, please. Don't make me do it.
Ice, test. Is this a better mic sound? Is this mic volume okay? How is everything sounding? I want to make it tip-top for you guys.
Again, it wouldn't be an AFR stream without technical difficulties.
Phil Lanky is done with his lap. Goes half a second slower.
Yeah, no time to kind of leave on the table either, being that it is the final quality session. And half a second, that's a pretty long way to catch back up to Sven, so I assume that he has left plenty of time on the table with that.
Test. How is the microphone? He's not flying it. I gotta find something. There you go. How do I sound? How is this? Am I good? Okay, hello. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, they have different steering wheel models for each car. Really? Wow.
Some guys have installed the kind of Red Bull-esque steering wheel there. Oh, wow, they have. Look at that, from the mod team. I believe that's Chester, and really sorry to whoever I've left out there, but they've done a pretty good job there in sourcing out the different wheel additions there.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. Right. So Sven's still holding pole here with 9 minutes left. Who can contest him? Currently last is Nicholas Shepard, not yet to set a time, or at least not a very good one. Haven't seen him for a while. Good to see Nick back in the car. Sorry for saying that. He almost surpasses Sven's fastest time.
Wow. Yeah, half of a tenth off. Half of a tenth of a second.
Wow. Okay, I eat my words. He is going to be putting up competitive times here.
Wow. Shut you up pretty quick. Oh my gosh. Even I wasn't expecting that. Wow, that is very... Nicholas Shepard, he's been looking quite competitive just in the the quality sessions that we've looked at. He seems to be up at the pointy end.
Yeah, wow, that is not expected. Phil leaves the session. Not sure what's up with him. He was in the grass just right there. Not sure what's happening, but we will see. Chester Chomper P3, but with Phil's time, everybody is technically down one below P2, so Chester P4 as it stands. In the Haas.
Who is switching teams potentially to link up with James Turner in the Ferrari?
Yeah, Chester looking to ditch the Haas. Maybe he's getting less and less Russian money. He needs to get rid of the Haas, so...
And move up to Ferrari, where he will then proceed to watch the strategy.
He would be in... as Chester watches it as you say that.
Oh, God. Can't commentate as good as Chester. I'm so sorry.
Ismail off the track.
Oh, that is a big off. I've just seen that on
Who?
the replay there. Oh, my God.
Oh,
From
Chester?
Chester, sorry. I'm looking at the stream view there. I just, wow.
You know, you should probably just watch my Discord.
I should, but, I've got to inflate the views for our sponsors, which is Track Titan, ironically enough. Would you like to tell the viewers about Track Titan there?
No.
Mr. Adrian?
Honestly, I think you should get the honor of telling everybody. Okay, alright, okay, alright.
It's getting a bit...
Alright, you can take
stuffy in here.
Anyway, Track Titan is being utilized right now by the 12.7 man. He is utilizing all his data inputs and learning how he can go faster. Throttle, steering, what have you, it will tell it to you. And you can get coaching from their real-life racing drivers. So if you're interested in Track Titan, join the Discord, visit their website, and check them out.
I'm sure all the guys at the pointy end of the field would be using Track Titan to its maximum extent as well, allowing them to enhance their lap times, much as Sven has now demolished the rest of the field, being 6.5 tenths clear of Nicholas Shepard, who's then demolished the next half of the next section of the field by another 6.5 tenths again. Or 5.5, sorry, I can't do math.
It's fine.
Sacrilege. That's it. I quit.
As I was about to say, Tukey is in 10th. He sends it out of the server. Oh, there's a lockup in the chicane. 2 lockups in the chicane. Chicane, hairpin.
Oh, I've passed my sickness on. You've got hiccups. It's contagious.
All the
The viewers! What's happening to the viewers?
Oh, gosh. Don't worry, we'll get our Indonesian Indian viewers later in the day.
As long as they die with the stream on there, that's all that matters. Make sure you keep your stream running, leave a like, subscribe before you pass away from my illness. Very sorry in advance. Yes. You can get the AFR approved jab, though, to protect yourself.
AFR jab? Is that what it is
now? Yeah, I'm charging $1 million a shot.
AFR 22.
I think it's fair.
All right, 5 minutes left. I think it's time for me to go get some water. So, John,
I think it's time for me to get another drink. I mean, water. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, I would have joined you if it's not 8:50 in the morning. So
8:50, mate. In Australia, look, all right. It's come on, 8:50. Come
on. Who would you like to be on board with while I AFK for a moment?
Let's go on board with Chris O'Connor, Mr. Third Place man.
All right, as he gets overtaken into 4th now.
Oh boy. As Phil Lanky manages to slip in. I'm still not massively competitive there from Phil Lanky. So I'd like to see...
If you were watching my stream, you'd see that he just spun it.
Has he? Oh my god.
I will give you Phil. I'm leaving.
Oh boy. And the view that he's given me, ladies and gentlemen, he's now just put one of our admins streams in front. I think he's still here. I don't know if he can hear me or not, but he has put one of those streams smack bang in the middle of the screen. So he can't hear me. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to try and commentate as best I can, and I can still see the leaderboard, so the left half of the screen. There's a bit of tyre smoke there. I assume he's locked up. Let's see if he can improve. Whether he's on a second lap or warm-up lap, actually, quite clearly, as he weaves the tyres. So, shame I'm not on board with him, so I can't see exactly what he's getting right and getting wrong to kind of estimate how many tenths of a lap he's throwing away. But the second's a pretty long gap to get up to Nicholas Shepherd, let alone Sven Gilhood there. But we'll see what he can do as comes through Sebastian Vettel corner and setting himself up now. So just 3 minutes left in the session, so it's probably going to be his last bite of the cherry at snagging a front row start or pole position. And here he goes now through turn one. All the curb in the world on exit there. Could have taken a bit more in turn one as he gets that's a massive accident! Oh my god! I don't know how he survived that. That is... I don't even know it went wrong because I could only see half the screen, but I assume the curbings unsettled the car and he's then fired it off hard right into the fence. That is a monumental accident, which the Aston Martin mechanics have then quickly repaired and shoved him back out on track immediately to try and scurry in a final lap. So we'll see what happens as... Is it getting darker? Is that mist coming off the rear of that car? I can't tell. Could we have rain, ladies and gentlemen? There are clouds forming. Could we have rain for the race? This could get tense, ladies and gentlemen. And there could be rain coming, and it might already even be here. And it could be the reason why Phil possibly spun as he spins again! I've just cursed. Oh, God. I can't get off Phil either. We've got to watch him because our race director's gone off, with the fairies, much like the Monaco TV direction. What's happened? We need to know. But Phil Lanky not having a good time of it, and I think with the disconnect that he had earlier, that has absolutely ruined his chances of getting up the grid and moving his way onto the front row. So Nicholas Shepherd is going to pip him there, and I think that is going to be Sven Gilhood on pole if no one else can improve. And I think that might be our grid order as he spins again. So yeah, we got Sven Gilhood there in first place, 2.5 tenths clear of Nicholas Shepherd, who's then 7.5 tenths clear himself to third place in Phil Lanky. Then Chris O'Connor in fourth, Chester Chomper and James Turner are going to be teammates next week, those two, locking out the third row. Sean Fitzgerald, then Ismail, then the fan favourite Judinazu in ninth place, and then Tuki Gonzalez rounding out your top 10. So I believe we've also got Iggy. I can't remember the order of the guys that got knocked out, but I believe Iggy didn't set a time, and then I believe it was Tim in 12th, and in 11th was... Oh, God. I'm going to get crucified if I don't know who it was. Who else was in? And got... Jaden's not right. Oh, God. The other person. Anyway, I can get crucified for that later. But I'm currently running out of things to say as we are now just staring at cars.
Oh, I see qualifying has ended.
Oh, hello, mate. Yeah, we had rain come down in the last minute. Feel like he spun a variety of times.
Oh my
so that
gosh.
disconnect cost him a last-ditch effort.
Oh.
And yeah, struggling on the curbs with the wet, as you can see, puddles now on the screen.
Wow, rain has happened. I had no idea. Anyway, I am going to be back. We are going to switch to the race, which might be cloudy now, as I see.
Getting very dark now, isn't it?
Yeah, also, I'm going to just give you all a preparation that my game is probably going to crash the next time you hear me. So, just be ready for that. But, what's new? I'll see you soon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello,
We are back.
hello. We are back, and let's see. When I click in the game, is it gonna crash? Is it gonna do it? There it is. I warned you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, we are back, and it looks like the forecast was incorrect. I think the weatherman, those German weathermen, had it wrong. So,
Have you ever had a correct weather forecast? Be honest.
no.
See, look, in Australia, they tell us it's going to be a nice sunny day, and then it ends up baking our feet into the pavement. Or they're like, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, and then it ends up being horrible and cold and wet and windy. Then again, cold here is 38 degrees, so, what would we know about weather? But apparently the Germans don't know anything about weather either. As they said it was going to bucket it down, and now it's drier than a dog's bone, as everyone lines up immediately with vigorous pace, snapping into line like a division of the army. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Adrian, I'm going to pass a race start to you this week. We're going to switch things up.
I appreciate it giving me control. All right, we do have a few clouds. Let's see if they do produce any water.
Adrian, I'm going to have to say you have no control in this. The amount of times I've commentated a race start, it is out of control. That's all it is. There's the one heads up I can give you. Good luck.
Right, we got a nice view up into turn 2, possibly turn 3. Wait, no, this is turn 1 to turn 2. Let's see. All right, we are...
So, yeah, mate, that kink, turn 1.
Yes. There I am.
Just
Hello.
there, where that white line is. Oh, God, yeah, we've got to go back to pits, don't we?
Unless I just don't click anything, then I don't. So, predictions. Let's see. Let's go through the grid as you did see on your screen a while ago. Actually, you did not see the screen. So on pole is Sven, who is back from vacation. So, gonna be interesting to see if he holds his position around the outside. If Nicholas, who's on P2, gets the better jump. And we have Sean, the other American, P3, followed by his teammate P4. So same row for Alpha, Aston Martin. Chris O'Connor, Chester Chomper, James Turner, Ismail, Joe, and Tukey round off your top 10. And then on the back of the grid, Mattia, Tim, and Igor. So
interesting with the Aston Martins. Jesus, wow. Oh my God, my voice has changed completely.
Tim has become American.
The Aston Martins, as I was saying, they're leading the Constructors' Championship now by a long way. So for them to get a second row lockout, I'm sure neither of those guys are going to be disappointed. Or at least the team. Maybe the drivers are disappointed.
Yeah. That's still not a bad result. I mean, we'll see. It's still got a long race to go. Well, I still have the entire race to go, actually.
Still have a long race to go. It might not take off yet.
In case you were wondering, our team is P2 in Spa 24, so it's pretty cool. 37 minutes left.
In case you were wondering, we are sponsored by Track Time.
We are
So,
sponsored
check
by
them
Track
out
Time.
if you want to set some absolute haters. Anyway, I'm going to pass off to Adrian now, as he's going to handle the start.
Right, the 6 lights, because I know it's 6 lights, as John doesn't, so I will remind him it's 6 lights in this game. Yet to turn on, there's 1, there's 2, and 3, and 4, now 5, and 6 lights as we look down at the grid. And it is away we go. Very clean start from just about everybody. Bit of wheel spin there from Sven. Maybe that's just him hitting the NOS button. Into turn 1. Are we clean? Looks to be decently clean from everybody. Let's hit the drive button and get on board with Sven now as he leads the race. Let's take a look.
Clean start there from everyone, as I say, and commentators go.
That could have potentially been a VSC, but no, they get away cleanly. There may be some damage as Iggy now looking to get positions off of the start. Already gets a jump on 2 of them. That's Tim and Tukey.
They can go 3 wide here. This could be very entertaining indeed. Seem to have sorted themselves out, but there seems to be an incident at the hairpin. No, they've been quite clean as well.
Lots of smoke, lots of lockups, but yeah, no, they've been doing all right.
Yeah, smoke everywhere. Absolute smoke show going down at the hairpin, and surprisingly, no deaths. It was a bit argy-bargy down in turn 2, and it seems to be a bit argy-bargy here. they seem to have sorted themselves out. 3 wide. This isn't going to end well. There's going to be a drama here.
Oh
and
my
there is a
gosh.
drama. The Ferrari's been knocked out, and he's into the wall. Oh,
is it France? Is it France 2022?
Oh, don't hurt me. Yeah, look, you can see that there was a drama happening almost immediately that they went 3 wide, couldn't you, Adrian?
Wow, that was intense. He just really sent it into the side. I'm surprised the inside car there didn't get flung around as much as the Ferrari did, but in the span of a lap, Iggy has brought himself up into points. Although, Duki's not making... Oh, did I say that? Iggy goes off.
That's a big accident, and that is a 2-car incident.
I think that's 2 cars. No VSC called.
That's a huge incident, actually, coming off of turn 1, and they both managed to scamper away.
Sean Fitzgerald now already getting past Nicholas Shepard, the 2 Americans battling it out in the second lap.
Well, these boys got to get themselves sorted if they want to have a go at Sven here, and they're not going to get sorted as they go side by side. Just off the track there goes the Alpine. Big send up the inside. He's going to make the apex. No, he doesn't, as here comes the Aston Martin that's going to have to hold around the outside as they come down the mini back straight, and there's a calamity behind as they were 3 or 4 wide quite briefly. Seem to have sorted themselves out, and we're trying to sort something out here as Red Bull and Mercedes going side by side. We know all know how that ends, but this one's ended quite calmly. There's a Haas in the battle, much like there is in 2022. The Americans have also now been split by Mr. Sean Shepard. Sean Shepard now jumps them both.
Sean Shepard. It's Sean Fitzgerald and Nicholas Shepard.
Look, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just, oh god.
Hey, that's a good
That's
name,
going to get
Sean
clipped,
Shepard.
isn't it? Oh boy, that's getting clipped. There's no way back now.
Oh, what was this in the background? Oh, I thought that was a. There's
no way back for that Alfa Romeo as he goes off, and that is tatters for his race. And he's lost a lot of positions.
Full-on safety car has been called, so this is going to give drivers chances to pit, because it looks like just about everybody on the track has picked up some damage. One way.
And I'm going to be deployed. I can't believe this.
Oh, that's right. Yours truly. Well, no, that means me, not me. This guy right
Yours
here.
truly? Yeah. Listen to this guy taking all the credit. What is this? I'm quite happy it's not raining, actually, because I had to brake a quarter of a kilometre before the hairpin. That was something. Lap 1 broke at 150 and missed the apex by literally 100 metres.
You want to just go ahead and stop after turn 2?
If you could definitely yourself on the team speak, please.
He's driving, Nick. Either way, John, could you just let everybody behind except Sean Fitzgerald, who I think is... Wait, Sven got collected in that accident.
Did he?
Yeah, Sean Fitzgerald's leading the race. Sven is now P7, and he's coming to the pits. Alright, they are coming up to you now, so get ready to start going. Alright, safety car is on its way. Sean Fitzgerald catching up now. Catching up now. Any day now, catching up now.
I think an F1 car would go a bit faster than this.
Alright, you can go full push now.
Set an absolute heater, mate.
Timo, you left during Q1 and then Q2 happened, and then the weather forecast threw off our little session here, so we have been doing a dry race. Things just got a bit shaken up, some server issues, but we're back in safety car. If you missed it, just about everybody got involved in an accident, including this guy right here. Going to be interesting to see if he can do an 8th to 1st challenge this race. Only 28 laps left, but we know if anybody can do it, it's this guy right here.
Yeah, Sven Gillard, so at least that'll give us something to watch as well through this race, and shouldn't give us a lack of entertainment as...
John, I'll do the commentating, you do the driving. As the safety car gave us a bit of a scare, all is well.
Yeah, wow. Whew. Look, just trying to make it look good, you know?
Uh-huh.
Just make sure, you're hustling the car. Just make it look pretty. I'm sure these F1 drivers, though, are having a good giggle at me. As I'm using a controller, actually.
No!
Surprisingly enough.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Don't worry, I was originally a controller driver, so
Oh.
I know the tricks of the trade, as they say. So don't worry, quite competent with the equipment that I'm currently handling. Although my racing line would suggest otherwise.
Well. All right.
To put it lightly.
Let's see if a safety car gets called this lap. Looks like only Iggy is 20 seconds behind. You may have one extra lap. I would hope that safety car goes one extra to let him continue on. As I just noticed there, actually. Hold on. Was that... Did somebody put some Phil Lanky billboards up? Yeah, somebody has a sign.
Been hit!
Oh, no. There's been an incident. Call the safety car.
I got hit and I broke late as well.
Really?
I went deep into the corner and I still got hit.
Sean hit you?
Yeah. Kyle pushed me. I think that's what he thinks of my driving. He's like, who is this utter clown in this GTR in front of me? Get him off the track. I want to win this race. I'm going to have to bag him out now because he's hit me. He's just really scared of Sven, so he wants to scamper away. I can't bag him too hard. I am driving horrendously in front of him, so my apologies to you, Mr. Sean Fitzgerald.
Do you want to slow down just a touch? Because we are missing Iggy in the back. He is 35
You want me to
seconds.
slow down with a Formula One car quite literally inside of me?
Yes, I'm asking you to do just that.
Alright, 10-4 rubber ducky. We will ensue the slowdown.
Just a touch. I mean, if you even have throttle inputs, I don't know if you do.
Mate, I told you, I know the tricks of the trade in the controller business. I got inputs.
Right, so possibly just one more. Iggy is not catching. Still 35 seconds, so if he does not catch by next lap, I think that's going to be... there it is, so safety car in this lap, actually.
I'll see if we can help Iggy out a little bit here without being too blatant and obvious. Hashtag Michael Massey.
He's actually losing
I'm Australian
time.
after all. He's losing time. Okay, I thought I was doing a poor display of driving, but come on, Iggy.
As Ismail...
He's not a poor driver either. So
Ismail has just
very
sent it out of the
surprising.
race. Ismail is no longer racing.
It's just an Ismail thing. Don't get hit by the Formula 1 car. As he gets very close to my rear bumper there, not giving me a fright whatsoever.
Alright, you could just go ahead. He's caught up a bit. He's at 25 seconds behind now. That's just a kind of a him issue at this point.
A him issue.
I wanted to help him out.
That's a way to put it lightly.
Right, we're on board with the safety car. We will be bringing it in, and then we will take a look at Sean Fitzgerald, who has taken the lead of this race.
There is one issue driving a safety car. When I turn, because I'm focusing so hard, I actually press in the thumbstick, and it beeps my horn. So
give us a
I don't have
real quick.
road rage.
There it is, safety
It's got a
car.
cute little horn.
As Sean Fitzgerald starts leaving a gap, heating up
Farewell the field.
those mediums. Iggy has brought it down to 8 seconds, so good on him. As we approach the final corner, when is Sean going to get away? Let's get on board in here. And he's off. Let's see if Nicholas Shepard is very good on the reaction times. Nicholas almost about to go into turn 1 side by side. Yes, they do. Sean nearly loses the car. He saves it, but at what cost? That's going to cost him P1. Still holds it in P2, but 3 wide into turn 2. Do they collide? They do, but seems to be all well, as here comes the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, is that a failure for Iggy? I think he's blown an engine.
Oh no, he's shaking
But
about something.
He seems to have gotten going again. Maybe there was a penalty. Anyway, as they come down into the hairpin, all seems well within Aston Martin with a little bit of a late dive there, but the Mercedes holds on to position there. There'll be a bit of team orders, but the Red Bull now looking for a move on the Haas behind. I don't know if he's going to get him. He's going to go for a big dive down the inside, and they do make contact, but I think that was the Haas turning in on the Red Bull there, so I think that's all on the Haas there, and he's been sold the dummy after that. Not really sold the dummy, he's been sold the move, I should say, as the Red Bull sweeps through, and now he's got to worry about Sven Gilhood, no less, plus his teammate behind, so he's going to be in a whole world of trouble, I would imagine, as look how close Sven is, just tucked inside of his diffuser at this point, waiting to make a move like the shark he is. Here he goes now down onto the home stretch. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move into turn 1. It's a bit too shallow.
Yep.
Turn 2, though, is always a possibility.
DRS
if not, then I'm sure he'll get him down into the...
Oh, that's a Red Bull off. Is that Chris O'Connor off at turn 1? That is.
Oh, no!
Chris is off after that great move. And that puts him down into second to last. Iggy appears to still be having issues, falling well behind everybody else. But let's continue with the action of Chester and Sven, who I guess already got past. But no, wait. Sven letting him get past. So I guess maybe it was a legal overtake from Sven, nearly colliding.
Yes, that gets very awkward there, as they kind of all haven't... if you've learnt this phrase yet... oh God, I forgot the word.
Constantina.
Cosentina, that's it. You reminded me this time, as Tuki is inside of that Ferrari. Oh my God, going down into that corner. Cosentina effect is taking place left, right, and centre. We are getting a maths lesson here as they all bunch up in the braking zones. But yeah, 4 cars just kind of all tripping over each other there as Sven kind of went, no, you go first, and Chester kind of missed his braking point a little bit, probably surprised that person with the likes of Sven was letting him back through.
Yep. Sean Fitzgerald with the fastest lap. He does fall behind out of DRS range from P1, where he was sitting just a lap ago. So Nicholas Shepard leading this race. Good to see him back and in the lead.
Yeah, so with the lead and out of DRS range, so he's actually in quite a good position as well. And 9 laps in, so a decent way through. Nicholas Shepard proving to be quite competitive here, as I kind of thought he would be through qualifying, and clearly showing that his race pace is up to snuff as well. The Red Bull, the Ferrari goes around the outside. That's going to be a tricky move to pull off, as the Red Bull kind of gives him the hip and shoulder there. The BMW gives him the hip and shoulder there on exit. And James Turner's been mugged off there as an Alpine. I think that's Tim has gotten on the wrong side of an Alfa Romeo back there, I believe it was. And that's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, the spectator system in this game is pretty bad. It's tough to catch all the action without the cameras doing their magic. It's based off whatever the track has for camera is what we have to go off of, and I could not be bothered to set up custom cameras for every track, every corner. So
well, having assisted in that process myself on another game, yeah, it's quite lengthy and painful. So I wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth it unless you run those tracks consecutively year on year, which... Yeah, wow, and he spins for Sven's teammate in the BMW, as I think he just nabbed the brakes and was a bit too late on them. Yeah. And just as they turned in and got to the apex, he really had to jam them on to avoid rear-ending the car in front, and that's just looped him round, and that's cost him a bucket of time.
Oh yeah, it has. Wow. What do you mean not the camera, just how the cars are moving? Like are you saying they're porpoising? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Is there anything I could do better? Is there anything this guy can do better? Yes, there is. Get up to P4 with Phil Lanke ahead of him. Can he make the move happen? Pretty sure he will quite shortly, especially with DRS. So let's see. Nicholas Shepard, mind you, has pulled up another half a second gap to P2. So this could get interesting. Sven might have his work cut out for him today.
Yeah, I think Nicholas Shepard is checking out because he knows that there is a man in P5 that has an ungodly amount of pace, but if there's anyone that can do it with the circumstances we have now, it is Nicholas Shepard, who's been the beneficiary of not having any damage so far, and Sven having to cut through. Well, that's one less guy he has to cut through as Dudu Nazu comes into the pits.
Yep.
For an unscheduled pit stop, I would imagine. Oh, I guess they wouldn't have pit, or he didn't pit during the safety car. So Sven has pit as well. Gone onto the hards, as off goes the Aston Martin. That's cost him buckets of time, and he's lost out to not only Sven but also Chester Chomper, I believe, or
Wait,
was
who is
that his
that? Is
other
this a...
teammate?
Oh, that's a lapped Chris O'Connor. Already Chris a lap down.
Wow, that is absolute heartbreak for him, and that hasn't gone well ever since that
But
spin we seen out of turn 1.
he has put on the hards. He has gotten his pit stop done, so he will be able to get a jump on a few cars if he can make them last. But we will see.
Yeah, it's all about being consistent now, I guess, for him, and hoping really for a safety car after everyone else has pitted, and hopefully he's on the lead lap at that point.
Yeah. So Sven, in the course of what, 6 laps, already up back in the podium after being dropped down to P8. But the work will only get tougher as he moves his way up.
Well, yeah, now with the likes of Sean Fitzgerald in front of him, and catching is one thing, passing is another, but Sven is capable of both. But Sean Fitzgerald comes into the pits, so Sven, again, doesn't have to fight with him, and that's going to help him a lot. And when does Nicholas Shepherd pull the trigger to pit, and can Sven go to the end on this set of tyres as well? The two big questions that I think we will see the answer to in about 20 laps' time.
I think you're right. I think we will know the answer. Nicholas on the mediums, Sven on the hards. So they're going to be doing a switcheroo onto opposite tires later on in the race, so it's going to be interesting.
Sven, I believe, did pit for the hard, so he could go to the end on these tires, is the question. But, you know, much like Ferrari, maybe he's going too long on these tires. But we've seen the likes of Chris O'Connor do these kind of really elongated distances on the hard compound and managed to make it work. But the tires are quite shredded at the end. And even with the pace of Sven, it'll be hard to hold off someone like Nicholas Shepherd, who's clearly proven that he is knocking on the door of Sven's pace, and with the advantage of not getting caught up, put him in quite a good position at the moment, I would think.
Yeah, not bad. Shepherd continuing to keep the gap, about 6 seconds to Sven, so we'll keep an eye. 5.8 now, and we'll see. Oh, but not if he does that. That's not what he wants to be doing right now. Keep it together, Nick.
No.
Let's see. Sean Fitzgerald out of pits now. Where does he put himself? P6 ahead of Dudunadzu, who is also pit, also for the hards, as one would probably do. And Chris O'Connor just having a nice Sunday drive here in Germany. In Deutschland.
Yeah, at least he's still kicking. That's the main thing. Another big surprise for me, though, is as these two go side by side.
Who is that? Who is that? Chester Chomper. Yes, yes.
And that's for a podium position, actually, as Phil Lanke slides his way through.
Oh, it is.
Comes Chester going around the outside. Can he get a switchback? No, he's going to have to hold around the outside. Phil Lanke leaves him just enough room, and it's going to switch to the inside. And Chester Chomper holds on to position of the podium.
I think he just got the podium position. I don't think he held on. I think he made the move.
So maybe, wow.
I mean,
we'll see if he can check out from the Aston Martin driver.
Take a look at the chat, everybody. And go visit our website, SaturdayFormulaRacing.co.uk. Vote for your driver of the day. They get a nice nothing, but they will feel very, very good and tingly inside if you go ahead and give them a vote.
They get bragging rights among the rest of the other drivers. It's actually more sought after. Oh, that's a big accident for Sean Fitzgerald trying to catch down. Trying to chase down. I believe it was.
That was a
Shepherd in front of him.
That was that was Sanguinini in the Alpha. Oh no. That was a big crash. That's gonna not. Oh, and these guys are still going side by side.
Oh, wheel bang as well. Chester's got a better run out of the hairpin, and he manages to hold on now. For sure, hold on, because he did just get the place. And the Aston Martin keeps himself quite tame behind. I thought he was going to go for a little cheeky send there. But, yeah, wow, we've got the races heating up now.
Wow. And Sean Fitzgerald, after that crash, decides not to bother bringing it around because he would have had to do a whole lap just to bring it in for repairs. He leaves the session, leaving us down to only 11 drivers on track now. Oh, that's heartbreaking. He had such a good race. He was leading the race, and then just it all fell apart. I hate to see it.
Especially for the leading constructor as well, so they've been the most consistent in terms of points hauls. And that's not boded well for him. And now it's just Phil Lanke out there to fend for himself. And he's lost out to Chester Chomper, who's now showing quite a bit of speed.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Tukey
He's out of DRS as well now.
So with the pit stops, Chris has brought himself back up in the points. He ate, but he has now gotten swooped pretty easily by Tukey in the BMV.
BMV. We are great at this. We should do this professional.
No, BMV, isn't that what it actually is in German?
What?
Yeah. Well, because it's not W in German, it's V.
BM Volkswagen. What?
BMW or something like that. I don't know how you say it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If we get a German in the driver interview, we're gonna ask him that, so you don't.
I'll
so
bring
you
in
can
our
eat your
resident
words.
German. I'll bring in our resident German of what's his name?
Phil
T-Sax?
T-Sax, that's Timo.
Yeah, Timo. He's German.
He's Dutch.
Nah, he's German.
Hey, Timo, is it BMV? Am I correct?
BMW. It's not the DMV.
Because
Don't go
it's
get your
Bayer.
license.
It's here. BMW German meaning.
See, this is what Crafty
it's
needs to
Bavarian
talk about when it's
engine-
down
it's-
to him. The Bavarian.
Bayerische
That's a
Motoren
goddamn pub near me. The Bavarian.
Because it's works, right? Works. So they say Werke. They don't say Werke.
Yeah, which is still what does works stand for?
Well, it's spelled with a W, yes, but they say V. Anyway, we have a three-way battle here for P3.
Short Shepherd. Short Shepherd. I'm saying it again. That's just his name. I'm dying. Oh God.
Sean Shepherd has appeared on track. Don't know where we found a Sean Shepherd, but we got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay.
All right, I'll take it easy. He's going for a move on Chester here on the Haas. Oh God! Oh God! No.
I'm dying. So is the Haas as he loses position, but here comes the Aston Martin. No, he's not going to be able to get a move there, but I think the Alpine manages to get the best of both worlds and slides his way through. Go, you go, girl, Hannah Montana. And he slides up into, what is that, P2, but a net P1, depending on what Sven decides to do with strategy. But he's gained a... Who else has put it? Okay. Yeah, timing screen's doing timing screen things. So now it'll be interesting to see the pace difference between Nicholas Shepherd and Sven Gilliard. Because I assume Sven will be slower. Now.
I also don't want to... I'm actually not going to... Okay. I'm not going to say anything about our endurance race because I don't want to jinx anything.
It is standing on the top of a step possibility.
Possibly. Could also fall down the stairs. Oh, as Phil Lenke gets a bit of oversteer there. That very close gap has all of a sudden become a massive gap. What has happened?
Well, incidents all the way up and down through the field, and spinning seems to be a bit of a commonality.
Yeah, Chester must have lost it then. Because he's now 20 seconds behind.
Did he pit?
He could have.
Yeah, he did, because he was on mediums. He was on mediums with the Aston Martin, so he has come in and pit for a new set of boots and put on the tyres. So quite a late pit stop there for Chester.
Peculiar.
Giovinazzi fans, though, will be quite happy with a P4 and only 2 seconds off a potential podium here. And he's gaining quite a lot, or is that just... Oh yeah, Phil Lanke's come into the pits.
Oh, so that is...
Phil Lanke has come into the pits.
Okay.
So Chester Chompa could slide his way through, and Giovinazzi, again, could be on for a podium here. Where are the Giovinazzi fans at?
I know Pierluigi was here a minute ago. I don't see him in the chat anymore, but if you're watching, root for your boy. Anyway, let's hide that. Let's see, James Turner, Mattia. Things seem to have streamlined off. Iggy was in for points, and I'm not sure. He's back down to last. Not sure what happened to him. We did see that issue.
Well, yeah, Iggy, I think, strangely enough, we did see a mechanical issue with Chris O'Connor last round in Spa with a gearbox issue, and only being able to run 4th gear at times. It would just keep getting stuck. So I'd really like to interview Iggy if he's not too angry and doesn't storm off to his motorhome after this race, because he's a very competitive guy and he's won a few races in AFR. So I'd really like to see what's turned his race so upside down. As there's an Alpine caught on the inside. Is that Tim? Or is that Nicholas Shepard?
Could have.
He's got them going again.
I think that's Tim. Yeah, Shepard is.
Yeah, could have been Tim letting by the lead lap car there.
So after pits, Sven has come out back on his pole position, up in first, battling with a blue flag of Chris O'Connor. Chris, how much?
I'm sure Sven is getting very livid in that cockpit behind a blue flagged Red Bull. He is not wanting to see Chris O'Connor, and as Chris cedes the position now. But yeah, in that hairpin, that's very awkward. I'm sure Sven won't be too happy about being balked there. Very awkward indeed. He's dying. He is well. Lap 19, so 13 to go. So we could see some guys pulling the trigger for medium tyres now. I don't think Sven is going to be one of them. I think he is going to stretch it for the end. Just because if he were to pit, I think it's about a 20 to 25 second loss in time. So he'd have to gain quite a lot on the second place car, which even for Sven would be a tall order in just a matter of 12 laps to catch and pass from 10 or so seconds back if he were to choose to pit. So he's going to have to baby those tyres and take him to the end. Actually, as he's only 4 seconds ahead, so Nicholas Shepard, Sven must have really gotten balked there by Chris O'Connor, and he might have actually had a spin.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could have jinxed this, as it's only 4 seconds now, and he's got Chris O'Connor all over his backside. So maybe the tyres are really falling away here for Sven.
I mean, he is on relatively new hards, so it's not like they're old per se, but yeah, I mean, that battle has hurt him, and the gap is continuing to fall, so if anybody's going to stop him for once, it's Nicholas Shepard.
I think that Red Bull could also be quite a big issue, because after one lap, that Red Bull of Mr. Chris O'Connor, who's a lap down, mind you, is glued to his rear diffuser.
Wow.
As they now approach another Ferrari, so Sven will not be wanting to see more and more lap cars, and he won't be enjoying seeing that Red Bull still behind him, tucked in with the DRS, mind you, as well. So he's going to be able to tow him along, and that could prove difficult in later laps as they go side by side. And I think that is for positions to James Turner and Chris O'Connor, who swapped seats this season. And the Red Bull gets the better of that end of the deal, because he's just using Sven as a freight train. And he goes for a move on the leader, just stabs the brakes to lock up, almost like DRS chicken, and pulls out of it. But I don't think Sven is going to be too happy with that. He really doesn't like this Red Bull sitting in behind him. Yeah,
and if you see in the background that Alpine, that is Nicholas Shepard, who's getting ever so close. And he might eventually get DRS from these two back markers. Wow.
He's got to pass those guys, but obviously they're blue flagged. But seeing from some of the racing I've seen from the pair of them, they don't really care too much for blue flags at this point. James Turner was quick to jump out of the way, so I assume he will here, but it's a bit of an awkward section, and he still is in front of him, so I think the Alpine driver is going to lose a fair amount of time here behind. He should let him by before turn one here, you would think, as he has to go right to the inside to make that move, and slides through and uses all the curb and then some, hashtag LG track limits. And now he's got to sort out Mr. Chris O'Connor, who seems to be up to speed now all of a sudden, but unfortunately a lap down.
Yeah, Sven dropped the gap. The gap did drop to 2 seconds even, but now climbing again as he seems to be pulling away from Chris. Bit, but still not that much. Chris keeping up. Phil Lanky with the fastest lap, though.
Oh, he has indeed. So maybe he's also catching with 15 seconds adrift of Dudinazu, let alone Nicholas Shepard, which is a further 11 seconds down the road, mind you. But it will be interesting to see how this develops between the top two guys being on different tyres. Sven's being, I think, up to 16 laps old now, and Nicholas Shepard's being less than 5, I think. So this is going to be really strange to see, because Shepard's clearly got the grip now, but he's on the medium, so they're going to begin to fall away a little bit soon, but it's when that crossover is between his tyres and Sven's, and it's going to be right at the back end of the race. And unfortunately, we didn't see what happened to Sven to put him this far back, but it certainly put him in a pretty big predicament as what happened earlier in the race with his damage as well.
Yeah.
Yet he still leads despite all of that. Whether he can hold on to it to the end is going to be a true test of his ability, I'm sure. As Sven actually pits, as he's just passed me in the safety car. I've just seen that. So he's pitted, and he's now going to go on an absolute charge with 9 laps to go to try and catch and pass Mr. Nicholas Shepherd.
Wow.
What? I've just caught that as he passed me out of pit lane. So we missed that in my rambling. And that's 17 or 18 seconds he's got to now do to catch up.
Holy moly. I was not expecting that.
That's 2 seconds a lap he's got to gain. Plus pass the one and only Dudanazu.
He does have to pass Dudanazu. He's in his best finishing position right here. P2, he has never finished higher than P2 in an AFR race. Nearly had a win, I think, at Malaysia or something like that. I don't know. But
I believe it was Canada he nearly had a win. I think it was the last race we were at. He nearly had a win. It was the last lap. Yeah, it was the Spa, sorry. And he was leading right up until the last lap.
Yep.
So, yeah, quite consistent. Mr. Consistent, we might start calling from now on. P2. That's 36 points over 2 race weekends if he finishes where he is. But I don't know, with Sven gaining as much as he is behind.
But he just picked up a 10-second for speeding in pits, so he is pitting. I guess he needed a pit. That might put him out of podium because Phil Anke is just rounding the final corner now.
Does Sven Gilhood have 10s? Oh, no, that's gone absolutely... That's disaster for him.
Wow.
I can't believe that. That is so unlike Sven.
No, not Sven. Joe Singer's Dudanazu got a 10-second.
Oh, okay.
But that will hurt him because he's in 4th now, but Chester's only 2 seconds behind, so if that stands, that is going to be a P5 for him after it's all said and done. Hey, we got a little battle here with Tim and Iggy. Iggy did get ahead of Tim. Not sure how, but he has.
Well, Iggy, with the struggles and tribulation that he's had this race, I really want to know what's going on. Maybe he doesn't have force feedback. Is just kind of the first guess I'd have, but for him to truck it out 24 laps with whatever issue I'd imagine he's got is pretty brave. All for a singular championship point.
As James Turner picks himself up a penalty for something. Anyway, here's your leader.
Sven Gilhood fastest lap of the race, and by some margin, mind you. I think that's a full second quicker than anybody else on track.
Wow.
Because he actually has dispatched of Dudanazu in front of him, and just now that 15.5 second gap to Nicholas the Shepherd, which I think he's actually currently on target to just get there. I don't think it's enough, but depending on the tyre wear from the pair of them, this could get a bit spicy.
Yeah, this is, it's not coming down as fast as I think he needs it to come down. 15 seconds still, only gained a second since we last spoke. But it is still slowly climbing down. Oh, there's another Alpine off the distance, gets out of the way nicely. That's Tim.
Tim getting clear of his teammate there. Thank God for his teammate, as he's in quite a battle now with Sven Gilhood, as much as so as they're 14.5 seconds apart, but now 14, so it is winding in at quite a rapid rate, but as we said before, I don't know if it's rapid enough.
As Tim leaves after a second spin, only a few laps left, he is gone. So 10 drivers left, everybody getting points today. You get a point, everybody gets a point. Here at AFR.
Unless someone's disqualified.
That's true.
You just always got to throw that up there. You never know. Maybe James Turner gets really angry with Mr. Chris O'Connor and just absolutely sends one.
Remember to go to our website, subformularacing.co.uk, and vote for your driver of the day.
Who's your driver of the day, Adrian, so far?
Easily Nicholas. He started pole. He had issues, he dropped down, had to deal with Sven, had to keep Sven behind him, and he even had to manage keeping up to Sven, and he was one of the first drivers I've ever seen that could actually catch up to Sven while Sven had nobody in front of him. After he got past Chris, I don't know what happened, but Nicholas was still catching, and I think that deserves a driver of the day in my book.
You know, I've just got to agree, really. I think another contender might be Dudinazu or Chester Chomper, as they've both done quite well, but I think both have made
True.
kind of their own mistakes. And Nicholas Shepherd, though, you can't really fault him for anything he's done this race. He's just been, as there is a BMB, however you want to say it, off in the distance. Is that the teammate?
Yes.
Tuki Gonzalez. Unfortunate
Tuki.
for him, down in P10. Surprised with Chris O'Connor, though, being a lap down, and he's also come back through the field to P7 just by sticking it out, and like all these DNFs now racking up, and he's managed to find himself up to P7, which I believe is kind of a 6-point payout. So actually accumulating a decent amount of or a decent points haul now.
Yeah.
Through him just sticking it out after being a lap down on lap.
Nick is Stevens.
He's single digits.
Somebody in chat's voting for Nick. It's also Nick's birthday, so wish Nick a happy birthday.
Did you know it's also Nicodem's birthday?
It is Nicodem's birthday. Oh, hold on. We have a battle here.
Unbelievable.
We have a battle for podium.
3 cars by 3 different manufacturers fighting here, and they are manufacturers: Aston Martin, Mercedes, and Ferrari. 2 of them Mercedes powered, 1 Ferrari powered, quite obviously. The Ferrari powered being the Mercedes car, because that makes sense. As they slip through, maybe it was just a hairpin rule getting a bit exciting. I believe the Ferrari is a lap down, but Dudinazu and Phil Lanke, fighting for the last spot on the podium, are for position.
Not sure what's going on with Phil. I mean, Phil's at his home Grand Prix. The crowd's cheering for him. He's got signs on the wall rooting for him.
Well, we did have Sebastian Vettel at his home Grand Prix in a championship he could have won, and we all know what happened to him. So Phil Lanke, be careful in that hairpin. Maybe it's just a track for German. As Dudinazu goes round the outside. If he pulls this off, that'll be an excellent move, and he does so, wow. I believe. Yes, he does. Cleared him. That's a move and a half from Dudinazu. Where are the Dudinazu fans? That was one hell of a move to make that sticker on the outside clean as you like as well. Plenty of space given. Wow.
Wow.
He sits defensive, and around the outside goes the Aston Martin now. Both going around the outside with their moves with each other. That is something you don't see every day, as maybe the Aston Martin let him through just to snag that DRS.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, only a few laps left, 3 laps to go. I don't think Sven, by the way, is going to catch Nicholas. Only a 9-second gap. It's not going to be good enough, I don't think.
He's throwing the kitchen sink at him, but as you say, I don't think it's going to be good enough, but he's certainly having a mighty go of it, throwing everything he can, as it comes down to 8 seconds, so maybe I have to watch that if Nicholas succumbs to any pressure.
Yeah.
Was these two fighting for the final spot on the podium with just 3 laps to go. This could get very tasty indeed. So they've already swapped positions once, and twice actually, as they re-swapped back to their original positions before. No going around the outside now for Dudinazu. Doesn't have the run out of turn 1, but he's going to have DRS here down the long curve. Not really a straightaway, is it? And is he going to be able to find a hole up the inside?
Let's see.
Gaining. Up the inside, goes to the outside. Very close there. Clears him completely for the braking zone, and job done.
Wow, that was a good move there. Again, I think it's going to keep going till the end of the race, so we'll see who stays ahead. He's pulling away about 7/10 after that hairpin.
He got a very good getaway and exit out of there, whereas the Aston Martin was quite tight and pinched, and that's cost him on the exit. And now he's going to be struggling to stay within DRS.
Just for your information, we finished P2. So
P2, well done, Nick. And happy birthday, my friend. Everyone, say happy birthday to Nicodem in chat. His birthday, P2 in the race as well. Champion effort from the man. And Mike, who I'm sure was stitched up with all the graveyard stints.
Hey, Pierluigi is back. Yes, Dudinazu is fighting for P3. Actually, I think he's cleared Phil Lanke quite a bit. No more DRS.
Has he gotten out of DRS? Yeah, he has. Yeah, 1.5 seconds. Dudinazu with two fantastic races last time around at Spa and here, and he's going to get himself 2 consecutive podium finishes if he manages to hold off the Aston Martin car.
Wow, good stuff from Dudu Natsu. No Capella today.
No
Not-
Capella.
Yes, I
Sven,
know, but-
only 6 seconds back. This could get... If there's a bit of... Hang on, I think we should watch this a bit closer here, because this could get pretty tasty towards the end, because Sven is properly throwing the kitchen sink at him.
He is on
They
newer.
only have 2 laps left.
Yeah, and he's on newer, softer tires. Nicholas, I think, is on older hards. Let's see. Yep, those are hards. So it's gonna. Yeah, the gap is. Oh wow. Oh boy. This
Yeah,
is
with
gonna be
this
interesting.
advantage, it is obviously always slowly coming back into Nick's favour as the mediums tyres wear off so quickly, but the advantage that Sven had initially was huge, because having fresh mediums against what was already old hards has just given him this massive advantage. Don't think it's going to be 6 seconds worth or 5 seconds worth now, but he's going to be right on him, I think, at the end of this race.
Yeah. Oh.
So to a pit stop with 9 laps left, being only a second clear of somebody, to come out and be this close after what's it been, 7.5 laps is pretty crazy from Sven, even by his standards.
Yeah. P8 to P1, now down to P2 after a pit. 15 seconds back, bringing it down to only 4.5. But it is the final lap here. Nicholas Shepard's still leading. It's going to take a miracle for Sven to win, or it's just going to take Sven's skill to win. We'll see.
It was a skill issue, I think, from Sven's side to not have won today. Definitely not a heap of issues and run-ins with the midfield. And I wonder what happened that we missed. We'll have to interview him and find out what happened in that mid-race to lose that 14-second lead that he had over the Alpine driver. Oh, God.
Everybody in the chat is asking if you died yet.
All right. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, he hasn't said no, so...
No, I haven't yet, but by interviews, if you don't hear from me at the end, then I think that's me passing away. And I will not be back next week. It's a roll over in my grave. At 3 days, make sure I'm dead.
Let's wish John a speedy recovery from...
Long COVID.
As he crosses the line, here he is. First winner over Sven when Sven is in a race. Nicholas Shepard, the American, takes the win here at Hockenheim. Good race from him. Good race from Sven, but not good enough. Maybe a couple more laps. But he's going to have to settle for P2. And across the line, not yet, because he's 20-some seconds down. But he has gap Philanky to pretty much secure this lead, as long as he holds it together.
Dudunazu is going to bring home a second consecutive podium. This is unprecedented.
Wow.
For the Dudunazu fans. And look at him, he's really come into his own this season, and clearly with the switch up of new cars, he's carried that progress.
Oh, but he has a 10-second. I forgot about that.
Oh, he does!
And Phil was only 4 seconds behind, so that might...
So he's got to demote him to 4th. No.
For the sake of his own good, we'll do a review for him and make sure that the pit was actually... Speeding was actually egregious enough to warrant a penalty, but... Yeah, so that's interesting. That's a thing. But yeah, that's about it. Final driver now, Tukey crossed the line, picks up 16 seconds of penalties. Not going to hurt him, though, as he was the last one to cross the line in a very stylistic fashion. And that is the race. Let's go ahead and get some drivers in here.
You want to get Sean Fitzgerald in and blow up at him for rear-ending me? Too soon?
All right, where am I looking? Oh, I'm looking here.
Oh, I've just been informed. Apparently it's Nicholas's first win since Season 5, Round 1 in Turkey.
Well, to be fair, he has rarely joined races. I haven't
Speaking
seen him.
out Sven, no less. That's pretty good.
Speaking of joining races, hello, consecutive podium sitter, Mr. Joe Singers, Dudunazu.
Yeah, hello.
track.
Unfortunately, I think it's not because I got a 10 seconds penalty.
I noticed that, but we will.
Mate, don't worry. We'll mafia FIA it. It's okay. We'll have a look.
We're gonna have a
It
look.
was 84 kilometers per hour.
Okay, that's pretty fast.
And I actually would like to say a couple of things. So which I'm not really happy about,
Okay.
like Chucky being left, not giving a shit.
He didn't.
And,
Okay.
yeah, he didn't let me pass, and then even hit me and damaged my rear wing.
Oh.
But I finally tried to pass him, to overtake him.
Huh.
And James similarly held me off for like half a lap before
Well,
getting back.
please report this stuff because it needs to be.
Yeah.
If you don't, then we won't be able to see it. But yeah, that's good to know. I mean, still being able to pass Phil Lanky like that, it's not an easy.
That felt quite good.
No, that was
Around
so
his
good.
outside,
Those battles were so good back and forth. Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, well, yeah, please report.
And
this
I'm
stuff.
not sure. I mean, what happened at the beginning with James. I mean, I was on the inside, and I think he should have backed off.
Yeah, from what I
Just
saw.
as happened the next lap between me and Chris, but in inverted position, and I backed off.
Was that you that he hit? Because I saw him turn in on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he turned in pretty hard. So yeah, we'll take a look at it, but you got to report it, otherwise we might miss it. So
yeah, okay.
All right, man. Thanks for being here.
Well, good race anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's see who's next to get in here. Let's get speaking of James, we'll get James and Chester in here same time. Hello, boys.
I'm crying, man. Honestly, I don't know what happened with the Mercedes, but on lap 1, it was 3 wide going into the right-hander.
We caught it, yeah.
I don't know why he didn't back out. It's our corner. You know, there's 2 of us going into that corner.
Well, it depends on who's going to be brave enough and who's going to be not brave and back out. It's just.
I don't know how far back he was, but on my screen it just looked like he didn't have enough of his car alongside me to go like 3 wide with us.
No, it looked like he definitely was side by side, but that was just when I was watching live, so I'm not really sure. But
yeah, I was looking in my mirror. It was just like there's no chance of him going that far over the curb as well, because it looked like he just rocketed through.
Well, if that's the case, then he will get a penalty. If it's not the case, then we will get a penalty, and we will see.
Yeah, we'll have the stewards have a cheeky squeeze.
Yeah, and then I went over the curb in turn 1, and then my wheel desynced, went all the way over. So I had to pit 3 or 4 times in this race.
Oh.
I honestly, my luck continues.
Well, at least you finished. You got points. You weren't last.
Yeah.
Hashtag not last.
Hashtag not last. Hashtag not Sven.
Chester, you had a good race. Had some good battles.
Yeah, the tires were a major issue. They were wearing so fast, especially the left side tires.
Really?
I don't know what's going on with them. Something in setup, maybe, I don't know, but they were left fronts, especially. It was like was graining way further than the other tires.
Oh, really? Well, I mean,
it's a pretty quick
combination with mediums. Felt like they had like no grip at the start
for
whatever reason. So
it was still pretty quick though, kicking it with the Aston Martins though throughout the race. I think just strategy put you off kilter, but I think you did quite well. Nothing to be ashamed of. I think you got, what was it, P5?
Yeah, I don't know if I got Joe Singer's because I was like in and out of his 10 seconds. I don't know if I got him or not, but.
Well, with the incident with James, if it is him at fault, then I mean that could push him back even more. So.
Yeah.
So could snag a P4.
Anyway, thank you boys for racing. As always, let's get a couple more guys in here. All right, I'm gonna save Nicholas for last. Igor, hello, my man.
What happened, fella?
I saw you spun early on.
Yeah, I didn't set up my my wheel at the beginning. I forgot to do that. I mean, there are some things that I need to set up, so my wheel was moving in first few laps.
Oh,
so
yeah, I saw you. You were like swerving.
Yeah, and then when I fixed it, I had some decent pace, and I was driving. Then I made one mistake, and yeah.
Damn.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But what? You didn't get last though. You got ninth, I think, right?
Yeah, at least 2 points. At
Yeah?
least I always drive until the end, so yeah.
Well, you're getting more points than your teammate right now. Tell Zen to get back.
Yeah, Zen will be back. Yeah, Zen will be back from next race. He was on summer vacation.
Okay.
And I think he will be very happy when he see tables because he's only, I think, 30 points behind Phil.
Oh, nice.
I think he has still great chance to win championship. So I can't wait for him to come back because he means a lot to team because he has setups and everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't have time to prepare so much for this, and I was preparing for wet race.
Oh yeah, I
So-
know. I don't know what happened. Nick won't tell me what happened, but I think it's because the rain's still in beta or something. It's just not. I don't know.
I don't know. It is what it is. It was a good fun. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna watch the stream now, enjoy, and there will be no me probably in the stream, but I will see the
We
race.
caught you a couple times. We got you a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Be careful of my coughing.
Did I what?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Iggy. Enjoy the stream. Thanks for racing.
Thank you
always.
guys, and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, let's see. Who else can we get in here? Oh yes, the final interview of the day before we close out the stream. It has to be Nicholas Shepard.
Yo.
Well, I have to say, it's been your first win since a long time, but not only that, but nobody has ever been able to beat Sven when he's in a race. So I just want to say, hell yeah.
You were the one to do it.
Whew. That was wild. We started the race. I thought I had a good look in turn one. I had a really good start. And then I got caught battling with Sean, and Sven pulled away. But I saw Sean crash, or something happened with him, and he disconnected. So I pit early. I knew Sven was either going to have super dead tires or was going to do a two-stop. So I just was going to the end on the hard, was hoping I would survive with that front left tire degradation. And towards the end, I had Ismail spotting me, and he was just telling me the gaps every lap, and it was coming down like a second and a half, 2 seconds, like just ridiculous. And he was like trying to do the estimations and was like, he might catch you with like a lap to go, or like the lap after you might be safe. So I sat and just fucking managed. Sorry, I cussed there. But no, I sat and managed, ERS and all of that, and was just doing everything I could, just throwing the brake bias forward to try and correct the tires being so dead. But no, we made it in the end. I'm glad. That was a super fun race, and super good battling with Sean, with Sven, with everyone. So
Yeah,
Did you see what happened to Sven with his 14-second kind of lead that he had over you in the middle part of the race? Kind of threw that away?
Yeah, I was looking and I saw he had like 14 before he went for a second pit stop, and all of a sudden it closed down to like 5 seconds. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, because we didn't catch it either.
I mean, he made a second pit stop. I don't know why he pit again, but...
Well, I think he pit super early after his original mistake because he spun off at turn one and got some damage before the safety car.
I believe he pitted under safety car as well, so I think it was lap 6.
Yeah, and my hard tires were all the way red on that last lap. They were like almost gone. So I can only imagine Sven must have had dead hard tires like 10 laps before. So he definitely had to pit again. But that was scary. I'm just glad I pulled it away.
Did, man. I mean, when he came out the second time, it was a 15-second gap, and there was only like 9 laps left, so it would have been tough.
Yeah.
He wasn't gaining that fast at first. I don't know, but hey, you did it, and I've been told you have won driver of the day.
Sick.
So,
no, that was fun. I had a couple DNFs in the Evo. I'm not good with that car, but I'm happy.
Does this one feel better than the other one?
Oh, so much better. I thought the Evo just doesn't suit my driving style, and especially on full fuel. That's why I would just keep spinning the first opening laps. We'd have a safety car. I'd have cold tires. Absolutely shunt with no grip, but good race.
It seems like people can handle this car better. The incidents are happening from like driver error, not just, hard driving. So
yeah, no, that battling I did with Sean at the beginning wasn't too intense, but just for what it was, we were super close, and I don't think I could have done that with the Evo.
Well, you did it.
Yep.
Congrats. I hope to see more of it, man. So good job.
Yeah, good race. Cheers, guys.
All right, Nick. All right, so that is it for us today. I am Adrian. This is the infested John. Hopefully he pulls through to be with us next week. Or sorry, in 2 weeks. Next week is Super Formula.
I don't think I'll last 2 weeks.
hopefully it's not scorching heat so Super Formula can drive again. That's why the race was canceled last week. But yeah, that is it for us today. Nothing else from me. Thanks for all watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye now.